And in this video, I'm going to show you the American drinks that you cannot get easily in London. Quick disclaimer, I did pass my life in the UK test. That means I know that the UK is Northern Ireland, England, Scotland, and Wales. London does not represent the whole of the UK. US versus UK was simply used for search engine purposes in the title. Okay, Captain Obvious, let's address the fact that it doesn't take a culinary degree to figure out how to make iced tea. But in America, it's in every mini mart that you visit. And there's 100 flavors of it too. And no, this video is not sponsored by anyone, but if you're interested in a collab, send me a DM on social media. All my links are below, or you could just follow me on social media if you're interested in seeing all the pubs, restaurants, and events in London that Mr. Sunny and I hit. We recently launched the Sunny in London TikTok and are having a blast on it, posting our beer and pub humor. Check us out. Back to the iced tea. Let's be honest. You could make iced tea in London or the whole of the UK if you wanted to, but I've been here 10 years. How many British people would want, much less take the time to brew a pitcher of iced tea? Let me know in the comments. Now let's talk soda, or depending on what state you're from, pop. Here in London, people call soda fizzy drinks. Obviously, one of Mr. Sunny's favorites is root beer, and he learned about it as a child when he would go visit British family members who lived in Los Angeles. Unfortunately, due to strict European legislation relating to permitted levels of certain soda ingredients, they're currently unable to sell A&W soda in Europe. It was actually banned here in 2014, but now you can find it in larger Asda or Tesco stores, which are like the size of Walmart, but it's not easy to get here. My favorite soda is Cherry Coke, which you could probably make here with Coca-Cola and grenadine, and that's actually how I prefer it, not like what you get in that like cocktail in a can that they sell in the US. Ginger ale is a bit weird here too. It's actually called ginger beer, and it doesn't taste the same at all to me. You also won't find, this is a little bit of sidetrack, any, well, it's not very common, root beer flavored candy stocked on shelves here. Any Talladega Nights fans? Since I grew up in Daytona around NASCAR and the rumbles of the racetrack, naturally one of my favorite movies to quote is Talladega Nights. So when I get excited, a lot of times I yell, "I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew!" And that joke generally falls flat here because Mountain Dew isn't a thing. Drinks that boost your vibe are found on both sides of the pond, especially Red Bull, which is one of Mr. Sunny's favorites. However, since the namesake of my channel and my blog is derived from my upbringing in Florida, I'm gonna have to start with the OG energy drink, which is Gatorade, even though I went to Florida State. It was originally made in the mid-60s for the Gators at University of Florida. It gave back a combination of water and electrolytes that student athletes would be losing in sweat while they were out in the Florida heat at their athletic practices. Two American drinks that certainly aren't healthy, but give you a boost are Yahoo and Jolt. Yahoo is a chocolate drink, and Jolt, I actually don't think it's made anymore. When it first came out, it was billed to be all sugar and twice the caffeine. They refer to it as the original energy drink. However, I think I would vote for Gatorade as the OG energy drink, as much as it kills me to admit winning anything to the University of Florida. You would have a tough time finding grape juice in the UK. It's just not a flavor that they enjoy here, kind of like pumpkin. Not that they drink pumpkin juice anywhere in the US, not that I'm aware of. I mean, maybe pumpkin lattes around October, but that's like a whole different video. And you know how in the US you can buy kids that fake champagne stuff so they can do like a mock toast with you on New Year's Eve? I've never seen any kind of fake champagne in the UK for kids. That's probably because they're just giving their kids the real stuff. If you're American like me living in the UK, you already know that you had to forego that super-sized latte drink in the morning. And mate, the coffee cream had to go too. And I don't mean like takeaway coffee, because the UK finally does have that concept here. I mean like additives in coffee. For example, Coffee Mate. I was never one for all those funky flavors in Coffee Mate, but I sure do miss half and half. A secret tip is apparently you can make it with whole milk and single cream, but I don't mess around with all that. In the morning in London, I just throw like a dollop of single cream in my coffee. One recipe you might find surprising that is the same on both sides of the pond is butterbeer. And you can find that at the Making of Harry Potter attraction at Warner Brothers, which is in Watford, which is Greater London, or at Universal Studios Florida, which is where I worked just before I met Mr. Sunny and moved to London. He was actually really disappointed the first time we visited the Harry Potter attraction here in London because the butterbeer recipe didn't have real beer, which of course he thought would absolutely happen if you were having it in England. My husband absolutely lives for beer. His family actually jokes that he was christened at the Spaniards Inn, which is a pub in Hampstead. Apparently they were there when he was 2 weeks old and somebody accidentally spilt beer on him when he was in his baby seat. So he has a ton of fun pub stories. If you're interested in his Pub of the Week recommendation, we send that out every week in our email, the Sunny News, which is sent the same day as every video is published, and that's Sunday. And here's more videos on pubs and things to do in London. See you there, Sunny friends.